let's make some steak nachos with leftover steak. So I added a few sliced peppers to the pan with a little butter and a little olive oil. And I added my leftover steak and I seasoned it with garlic, onion powder, cumin, and a little chili powder and a little salt. Then, for easy cleanup, I lined a baking sheet with aluminum foil. And here you see me pouring some tortilla chips onto the sheet pan. And for the tortilla chips, you can use any kind you prefer. I think I'm using Tostitos with the henna lime. Those are the ones that I'm using. And unfortunately, sometimes with Tostitos or any other tortilla chip, you have a little breakage at the bottom. But it's okay. So there you see me putting on that steak that I heated up earlier with a few peppers that I sauteed with some butter and a little oil. And again, the meat, I seasoned it with a little pink salt, a little cumin, chili powder, onion powder, and garlic powder. And that's all you need. So I am putting the steak on the chips. And of course you want to try to spread it out as evenly as possible, because you don't want some chips with meat or no meat. So of course you're going to try to spread it out as evenly as possible. Now this is something that is so simple and easy cleanup, like I said, and also is good because it can feed, I would say, at least 2 or 3 people if you're having something. And you can make a couple of sheet trays of nachos. You can do 1 chicken, 1 steak, 1 beef, you get the picture. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing, and it's taking me a while to open this jar, but unfortunately, I'm going to be taking some queso cheese and I'm going to be putting that on the top. And I don't remember what brand I use, but it really doesn't matter. You choose whatever queso you prefer. And the cheese that I'm using is the one that has the salsa and the cheese already in it together. So that's what I'm using. So I'm gonna spread that out on the top evenly, of course, as much as I can. This is just so simple, but it tastes so good. And then on top of that, I'm going to take some Mexican cheese blend, and I use the Sargento Mexican cheese blend. And again, but you can use whatever type of cheese you prefer. But that's what I'm using. Okay, and by this time you should have preheated your oven to 400 degrees, and so your nachos will be ready to go in. And there, of course, they're just going to go in until the cheese gets nice and melted. And as you see, that's how it looks. Looks so good. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put my toppings on, and you can put whatever toppings you prefer. Again, I'm putting some diced tomatoes on. And when I do diced tomatoes, I usually, when I cut them, I cut the middle out which is the seeds and all that stuff in the middle that's like really wet. I cut all of that out, and then I just chop up the rest of the tomato because I don't like that part to use for nachos because it'll get everything just really soggy. Next, you'll see me adding some green onion that I chopped. I prefer green onion. I also sometimes use red onion and green onion. I didn't have any red onion today, so I just used only green onion. That's what I had, and it still tastes perfectly fine. And there I'm just adding some cilantro on top. And this is a good thing about like nachos. You can just put whatever toppings you want on. It's just, no matter what, it's still gonna be good. And with that meat and the peppers and everything, you can even add some black beans if you prefer. Just take a drained can of black beans, and when you put the meat and everything on, just go ahead and put those black beans on there too if you want something with a little fiber to it. And now you just see me adding some pickled sliced jalapenos. And that is all that I'm gonna add, and it just looks so good, super easy. Like I said, super easy cleanup. You just pull that foil when you're done, and of course you'll still wash the pan, but it will be not all this stuck on food that's so hard to wash and get off, because you've had that foil on the pan. And I'm just adding some sour cream, which I forgot that I was going to add, but now I'm just dolloping some sour cream, and that will be it. And this is just the end result. It was so good. I hope you guys try this. Bye.